The cunning washerman who challenged Birbal. In the grand court of Emperor Akbar, tales of Birbal's intelligence were famous across the kingdom. Some admired him, and some envied him. One day, a cunning washerman heard about Birbal's brilliance and decided he would defeat him with tricks and clever lies. If I can outsmart Birbal, he thought, the emperor will reward me handsomely. With that wicked plan, he arrived at the royal court. The challenge begins. The washerman bowed before Emperor Akbar and said confidently, Your Majesty, I wish to challenge Birbal. I claim that I can answer any question and solve any problem better than him. Akbar smiled. Very well. You may challenge him. Birbal stepped forward calmly. What is your challenge? The washerman grinned and presented a dirty white cloth. The impossible claim. Birbal, look at this cloth, said the washerman. I washed it 100 times, but each time it becomes dirtier than before. I believe this cloth has bad luck in it. I challenge you to wash it clean, using only words, not water. The court murmured in confusion. What kind of challenge was this? Washed with words. The washerman smirked, convinced that this time Birbal would fail. Birbal's clever twist. Birbal took the cloth gently in his hands. He studied it for a moment, then said, Washerman, if the cloth gets dirtier every time you wash it, then the dirt must not be on the cloth. It must be on your hands. The washerman froze. Birbal continued smoothly. Bring a ball of water. If the water stays clear when you dip your hands, I will accept that the cloth is magical. But if the water turns dirty, he paused. Then we will know who the real culprit is. The washerman panicked. He knew the truth. His hands were filthy from days of unwashed work. He had come to trick Birbal, but now Birbal had cornered him. Caught in his own trap. Trying to escape, the washerman said nervously, Why test my hands? This was not part of my challenge. Birbal smiled. Your challenge was to clean the cloth with words. Well, here are my words. Clean your hands first, and the cloth will clean itself. That is the only truthful answer. The court erupted in laughter. Akbar declared, Birbal has solved the challenge. A man who cannot clean his own hands cannot clean the kingdom's cloth. The washerman bowed his head in shame and quietly slipped out of the court. The moral: cunning tricks may fool simple minds, but wisdom always reveals the truth. The cunning washerman may have lost in Akbar's court, but his pride was wounded, and his heart burned with anger. How dare Birbal humiliate me? He muttered as he walked home. I will return, and this time, I will defeat him. For days, he schemed. For nights, he plotted. Then one evening, he finally discovered a dangerous idea. A trick so deceptive that even the smartest man might slip. A new plan. The washerman collected 3 identical white cloths, all perfectly clean. Then he secretly dirtied one with a strange black powder that looked like harmless dust. But once water touched it, the cloth would instantly turn pitch black. This time, he smiled wickedly. I will prove that Birbal uses magic and lies. When the cloth turns black, everyone will think Birbal cursed it. And if he can't solve it, the emperor will surely lose trust in him. His new trick was ready. Returning to the palace. The next morning, the washerman reached Akbar's court with exaggerated humility. Your Majesty, he said, I accept that I was wrong last time. But I have brought a new challenge. One that even Birbal may struggle with. Akbar raised an eyebrow. Very well. What is it this time? The washerman laid the 3 cloths before the court. Birbal must wash these cloths. One of them is cursed. If he washes the wrong one, the cloth will turn black. If he chooses correctly, the cloth will remain white. The entire court went silent. A cursed cloth. A blackening cloth. Everyone looked at Birbal. Birbal's silent observation. Birbal didn't touch the cloths. He didn't even bend down to examine them. Instead, he simply stared at the washerman, his calm eyes reading the man's nervous face, trembling hands, and impatient breath. Birbal smiled faintly. Emperor, may I ask the washerman a single question before I begin? Akbar nodded. Go ahead. Birbal stepped closer to the washerman, looked directly into his eyes, and asked, did you dirty only one cloth? Or did you dirty your heart as well? A chill ran through the courtroom. The washerman swallowed hard. Why did that question sound like Birbal already knew something? The mystery built up. Birbal then turned to the emperor and said, my lord, I will wash the correct cloth. I already know which one is cursed. The court was stunned. How could Birbal know without touching them? Without smelling them? Without even looking carefully? Even Akbar leaned forward in suspense. Birbal slowly reached his hand toward one cloth. Or then stopped. He pointed at another. Or then stepped back. The tension in the palace rose like a storm. The washerman's forehead dripped with sweat. Everyone waited to see what Birbal would reveal. And then Birbal said, before I wash any cloth, the washerman must perform a small test. The washerman froze.